There are people that would say, hey, look, you know, it's puritanical. Come on, it's 2011 here. I mean, get into the modern age. It's just pictures, it's just films. But you still would say, I don't believe that.
Absolutely not. I know that it is destructive to a relationship. And for to be involved in it isn't anything that I'm proud of.
Addictions or obsessions can become very, very powerful to the point that people will allow everything around them to come tumbling down in the service of the obsession. Relationships, family, careers, finances, everything can crumble all around them and they stay focused on that obsession. I believe that's where he is. Therefore, if you deal with him with ultimatums, you are sealing the fate of this relationship. The chance that he is never, ever going to look at porn again in the entire rest of his life is almost zero. I'm sorry, but that is the case. Does that mean that you can't manage this, that you cannot overcome the obsession? No, that's not what it means at all, because that can happen. But you can't deal with this where he's got the guillotine over his head that if he messes up, because that's stress. And it's stress that drives him to the obsession. So the very pressure that comes from resisting this, in fact, defeats the efforts to resist. That can't happen. He's being very open with you about this. You need to partner together on this. Look, you don't break habits. That's a misnomer. People say, oh, I got to break a habit. We don't actually break habits. What we do is we replace a target behavior with a new behavior that has a whole different set of currency and payoffs, and hopefully is incompatible with the thing that you want to get rid of. There's a whole level here that you have to get into that I don't think you've done yet. You have to understand you were exposed to this at a very vulnerable age of 12. And if you get locked in that loop at that point, he's still functioning with this with a 12-year-old mentality in that regard. I don't mean that in the rest of your life, but in that regard. So you have to work together on this. You've got to take the ultimatums off the table, understand that you have a highly motivated husband. He's on the Dr. Phil show, for God's sakes. He's talking about this. He's willing to be open about it. He should get huge credit for that. Yeah. And understand that he made some bad choices early, but now the choices are making him. Okay? He chose it, now it's choosing him. You got to work on this together. You need to understand some things you don't understand. How it got such a root with you to begin with, and what you can put in its place that has a powerful currency for you. If you have that, then the two of you can work on this together.